I still don't like their blue, but it's so high tech. The blue is just still so blue. Why so blue? Why is it so blue? Why so blue? Alright, man, we're in the Hyundai Santa Fe, man. Oh, new Santa Fe, Autophiles. Yeah. First impression, how are we?
First impressions, the front looks very good. It reminds me of the Palisade / Telluride.
Hey, Palisade.
Oh, but then I'm like, Santa Fe, it's not Palisade, so it should be smaller.
But it's our Asian Palisade, Asian Palisade.
Yeah, you get a taste of it in front. So its design is very good, first impressions.
Yeah.
But coming in, I don't feel
expensive, you don't feel expensive.
Yeah, it doesn't feel. I don't want to hang out in a traffic jam in this car,
okay,
not like the Harrier.
Okay, Subhash.
Yeah, when I got in here, I was like looking for my 4-wheel drive button.
It's not there.
It's not there. Then I read up. It's actually front-wheel drive.
Front-wheel drive.
Petrol 2.4.
Jacked up. It's not a leather frame, isn't it?
It's a
monocoque.
Monocoque, very basically almost a crossover, lah.
Yeah.
But it's still an SUV. A chassis lah, but it's
like an oversized Tucson.
Okay.
With a bit more premium feel and all that. So the things that really stuck out to me, besides the fact that it's front wheel drive gigantic SUV, is that the headliner. The first time I'm seeing Hyundai do something like this charcoal kind.
Oh yes, this look like some
XC40 kind of thing.
I don't know. It looks like some fox hunting guy who's his pants the color of his pants.
It looks like a jacket from like Zara.
To emulate the high society and their checkered material and their fabric. Okay. Hey, why right hand?
Yeah, that's the second. The third thing that hit me was, why is the Hyundai signal light on the right side?
Okay.
But anyway, I felt like the perceived quality is pretty good. But Hyundai, I don't know, they always have this thing where the grand concept looks really good,
Execution.
The execution, suddenly sometimes you look at the plastics, why?
I know. They cut costs in a way that you can see it, like right here.
Yeah, like the door cut, there's some nice, the speaker grill looks nice and sculpted. Weird looking, beady looking texture. And then you look up here, it's just two pieces of plastic next to each other.
You are nitpicking lah.
I'm nitpicking.
No, but it's true. I mean, I didn't realize it until I started mentioning it. And when you start mentioning it, it's completely true.
Yeah. This part here should be soft.
Yeah.
It's a thing about Korean cars. They've got the build quality really, really high. And the grand design the grand concept of the design is very good.
Solid.
But then when you start to, nitpick or just pay a little bit closer attention, even with the Kia Sportage, which we really liked, when you start paying attention, then you realize, I mean, it's not a premium product in any sense of the word. It's still a mass market product. It's just done pretty well.
Well done, but there are signs of cheapness. You cannot hide your kampungness.
Yeah.
The kampung is still there. You can't take the kampung out of the man.
You can wear Versace and all that.
You dress it up with Versace, but when he sits down, the leg goes out.
My first impression is that they did such an excellent job at a mass market product, making it emulate premium. But you just have to have this switch in your mind that tells you it's actually not.
How about yours?
Oh, my first impression, it's very biased lah.
You like the Telluride?
No, because I'm so freaking. I am in love with the Palisade and the Telluride. I'm very excited because this is the next step from Palisade. So I see a bit of Palisade shadow at the back. Very modern. It was good looking but that was not what caught me. I'm very excited because I want to see what this product is. And I agree with both of you. It's not there. I come in this car with realistic expectation, and I don't think this car has not met my expectation. I think in terms of double negative, I wouldn't say it met my expectation. Of course, after what you said, it's true after the initial excitement is over. I can see weaknesses. It's real, but you know what? I can live with it.
You sound slightly biased. I think maybe you like the design a lot.
No, actually,
Palisade.
I like Telluride and Palisade, but this car try to look like it, but it doesn't look like it.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But I am biased. One thing, of course, I admit I am biased. Number one, I am excited because it's the little brother of the Palisade.
Correct.
And number two, I like big cars. So what I want is do what you're born to do, which is you're a big car, cruise well, be powerful enough, be comfortable, and have that presence of a big car. Yeah. And I think this car doesn't disappoint. Performance, that's top. Figures, man. Figures.
This is a 2.4 litre engine.
With turbo?
No turbo. Yeah, 170 horsepower.
It's so low.
Top is also rather low.
Oh.
But it's over 200, it's 225.
But it's not impressive, man, considering
impressive.
I'm pretty sure this car weighs at 1.6 ton.
Weight figures not disclosed. I'm sure it weighs between 1.6 to 1.7.
It feels heavy.
It feels heavy. It's not just actually heavy. It is actually heavy, but it also feels heavy because I think the tuning that they do, the way the steering works, and also the accelerator is so heavy, right? I like it, but it creates this sense that it's weighty.
The car is so quiet, so calm.
And that's what I look for in a
the
car.
sound insulation is very good.
It's good, huh? It's
very good.
It's not just that. There is a softness to its feel. Like dampened. It's a dampened feel. The car is well dampened.
And with this petrol engine, it's just like the engine just disappeared somewhere else, you know. You don't have to think about it. It's just somewhere. Only when you really step on it, then
You hear it,
we stepped on it and I heard the noise. It sounded okay lah, but
It's not bad. It's not bad. It has a soulful sound if you rev it.
But it's not fast, lah.
It's okay lah.
Yeah, I mean the sound is okay. It's just that it doesn't really translate into actual.
They try to do some soulful sound.
Yeah, of course.
I think it's fake.
You think so?
It sounds fake.
Piped in, you think?
I don't know. I could be wrong.
I don't know. Nowadays I can't tell. Even BMW does it kind of.
But BMW sounds real.
For what it is, which is a 7-seat,
Yeah.
bordering on large SUV.
Right.
Okay.
It almost gets that. I don't want to say Land Rover, but you know that big footballer kind of SUV feel.
Almost there.
Almost there. It's just that the interior, because of the plastic.
The Palisade would be amazing.
Yeah, I'm sure the Palisade would be freaking.
I mean, with this level of delivery of ride quality and power and handling, I'm pretty sure with the Palisade they would be quite impressive.
And think about it, there's this whole group of people who, after the Prado, the 90s Prado, I can't remember the code for that lah.
The first gen Prado lah. Second gen Prado. The 90s lah.
Yeah, the 90s, the smiling face, evergreen Prado.
Yeah.
After that generation, there was really no replacement.
Right.
The Prado just became so damn
So expensive,
so luxurious.
Right.
When most people just wanted a middle class big SUV for the family. And then the Fortuner was plonked in, and people really didn't accept the Fortuner because it has a bit of commercial.
It's too agricultural.
It has the relation to the Hilux, you know. It doesn't have the refinement that this car has. I think this car really.
It's a world different, a world of different. You can't compare to even the second gen Fortuner. It doesn't. It feels like it's elevated from Thailand to Outback lah.
Yeah. But you think about it, the amount of resources they spend on the second Fortuner to make it capable off-road is something your typical buyer won't use.
Of course.
Appreciate what is done here to make it good on.
But you know how that's how they come up with the Land Cruiser. They take a ladder, they just keep improving it until it became so good.
So it's like next level.
So I know it's a wrong approach lah. It's like you're taking an axe and make it into like a sophisticated murder weapon. You know,
still does its job.
I know lah, but this car, like from the ground up, like you say,
it was done right.
It's monocoque. It's the proper SUV and stuff. So
I don't think it has the qualities of a Fortuner in that. I think after 5 years you will want to sell this car.
As in Fortuner, first of all, has the actual capability of really roughing it up in the rough.
Correct.
And secondly, it also has the toughness of Toyota. Performance-wise, for me, to be honest, I have to say the car is actually a little bit underpowered. I have to be frank. It is not fast.
Yeah.
If you're not looking for performance, daily commute, there are almost no circumstance that you would complain, except when, let's say, you're in a B road or an interstate highway, you need to overtake. Yes, then it will show its weakness because
slightly slower.
It is slightly slow in response and also in delivery. So
did you feel the torque?
I feel it, but it's a bit delayed,
like dropping gear and building up speed in this car is
it's
really
quite slow. It's like they go Kamehameha. And then eventually you expect the heart to come, right? But it's like that only.
But if you're already going 80, 90 and you ask it to go 120, within like a small snap it'll
Okay.
But a monocoque SUV, right, shouldn't have that jerky feeling, you know, from standstill.
I don't feel it now. Maybe because you're driving it in sports mode.
Yeah, in sports mode.
In comfort also.
I don't have that.
You have to come to a standstill and then you move a bit.
Okay,
then you
let's come to a standstill.
Then you move a bit. Then you move a bit. It's basically traffic.
Okay.
And you step on it.
Let me brace my neck.
The torque delivery is too rough.
Maybe it could be that because the accelerator was tuned to be extremely sensitive. Let's do this, Let's do this. Okay, still a bit. Hold on,
So you're in a traffic jam, right? So you want to move. And there's a
can, but it takes a bit of training. You can do it in a less jerky manner, but I think it's just tuned a little bit too aggressively, maybe.
Maybe it gives you the impression that the car is powerful.
Yeah.
So maybe they do it on purpose.
Possible. Maybe because to compensate for the reality that it is not powerful enough.
Maybe.
It is actually underpowered, I feel. The power ratings does not lie as well. I felt that it should not have been that kind of figure. 170 horses, 220 Newton meter of torque. It's not right. It ought to be a little bit higher, some 10-15% at least.
Especially imagine you load it up. I think we might struggle a little.
It's less than half the max
Yeah,
load.
there you go. Yeah, it's true. It's less than half the
full
intended weight capacity. What's that?
That's the previous Tucson.
Tucson.
Santa Fe.
Santa Fe, is it?
Yeah,
Previous Santa Fe. Looks smaller.
Looks much smaller.
Oh, we are in a bigger car. But that being said, if you're not demanding in your performance requirement, to be honest, it's enough lah.
It's okay lah. It's just the job lah.
I can barely complain about this car.
Yeah, but performance-wise, what it does well, it does really well. Number one, the tuning of the whole car makes it feel like a bigger car than it is. It has that.
I think it's the opposite. It feels a smaller car.
You feel it's smaller.
Yeah, it feels like a bigger Sportage.
Oh, is it?
Because it's tight lah. For me, it's tight. Because
wow, that's very odd. I felt that.
but maybe
the size
it's because we see big cars differently. Big cars, to me, they should be wobbly and soft.
Oh, okay.
Okay. It doesn't behave like a big, gigantic car.
Then Range Rover will feel small to you.
Range Rover felt big because it was plush. There's a bit of plushness to it.
Okay.
This one is tight. If you go over bumps, it's quite
okay. But I felt
bouncy.
the weight of the car. I felt the weightiness of being. You have to negotiate with the turn. It's like, okay, I'll give you a bit more. Kind of thing.
But it doesn't feel as big as the CX-9. Remember? I think what Howie said is kind of true. It doesn't drive. It doesn't handle like an extremely large car. It doesn't wallow around.
It doesn't wallow. There's no wallowing.
There's no wallowing. It is a big car, so you have to slow down in corners and stuff. But it doesn't drive like a typically gigantic SUV.
Yeah.
Even though most of the Japanese SUVs are smaller than this. But what I really appreciate, and I think this is still performance, is the seats are genuinely nice and large.
Right.
I feel like the rear seat completely cocoons my.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
It's very rare.
Your size is very rare to accommodate.
I think comfort is part of performance, and I'm thoroughly impressed with comfort. And the size, I love it, man. I mean, I'm not small, I'm quite fat. So a lot of Japanese cars cramp my style. I drive the FJ. I can stretch out like. I can put on a few more pounds. But this car is just right for me. I felt, I felt this sense of belonging. Performance, I would give it a 3 out of 5.
3.
Yeah.
I think I'll give it for what it is, almost no competition. 3.5.
Yeah, I go with Subash.
In the end of the day, it's a family car.
Right.
It's not executive.
So it's either a 3 or a 3.5 lah. It's good. Okay, good performance, good comfort. It's like going to
This is
Daure.
an emulation of premium.
Daure, a Korean restaurant.
Korean.
They got so many things done right, but then you see hints of them cutting costs, here and
Things
there.
becoming smaller.
Like the rice, originally all Korean, now mixed with local rice a bit.
The soup is a bit diluted.
You see that? And then all the workers, they train them in basic Korean, but after beyond that, it's all Bangladesh.
Also, they start with locals, right? And then they slowly switch to Burmese.
Correct. Is it Burmese or is it like the Balis or something like that?
I don't know. I noticed that in a lot of restaurants. They slowly changed.
Yeah. And then there was you feel a bit of cheapness there, here and there.
They think you wouldn't notice.
But you do. But you still go back because it's reasonably priced and it's tasty. Yeah.
They just eat Indian food.